Some videos weren't designed for human consumption. These top 10 scary videos are some of them. Number 10. Waitress down. This is a public safety announcement. Don't run while chewing on Big Boy cornbread. Published by WDIV in November of 2018. This footage goes to show that a little knowledge of the Heimlich can save lives. A waitress at a Big Boy restaurant in Woodhaven was eating a piece of cornbread during her break when she began to choke. She is seen in the clip trying to clear her throat and bending over before she realizes she needs help. She can't speak, so she then taps her coworker, trying to alert her. The coworker helps the woman put her hands up in the air before turning her to give her the Heimlich. When that doesn't work, a Michigan state trooper, who was a customer at the restaurant at the time, was alerted to the incident that was happening behind the scenes. He rushes to the woman's aid, giving her the Heimlich around 7 times, patting her on the back in between. Thankfully, the quick thinking and actions of both the coworkers and the state trooper were successful. This woman's life was saved thanks to their knowledge. As for the waitress, when asked if she'd eat the restaurant's cornbread again, she responded in the affirmative. Must be some good cornbread. Number 9. What's behind you? A reminder that you never know what or who is behind you. This short clip will have you looking over your shoulder. The video shows a man entering a small elevator. A ghostly woman enters slightly behind him. You can see her in the mirror, distracted on his phone. The man doesn't seem to notice he has company, but when he turns around, the woman has vanished. He is alone in the lift, or at least appears to be. Those in the comments are dying to know where the phantom stalker went, and whether or not this man made it out of the elevator. I hope he's alright, but it's really not looking like that's the case. Number 8. Polar bear capital of the world. The people of Churchill know encountering polar bears all too well. Published to YouTube by Our Trips to Go in November of 2015. This scary encounter occurred near Churchill, Canada, a small town known as the polar bear capital of the world. There, from July to November, the polar bears outnumber the humans. Around 1,000 polar bears migrate to the small town of 900 people, waiting until the bay freezes again so they can go fishing. The people of Churchill are so used to their 900-pound neighbors that they leave their homes and cars unlocked in case other human folk need a quick getaway. This video shows why that's a necessity. The polar bears of Churchill's are so used to humans that they have no problem reaching out to knock the camera out of their hand, or much worse, seen here beneath the stairwell of a big rig. The polar bear calmly watches the cameraman, taking a swipe at his camera between the stair rungs with his big mitts. Then the bear very coolly rolls off. We assume to frighten other humans, or to drink a Coca-Cola. YouTuber Oliver Burke says it best in the comments. What makes polar bears so scary is how nonchalantly they go after people. No roars, growls, teeth gnashing, just blank faces and calm reaches for their next meal. I guess if we were in Churchill, then we're potentially on the menu. Number 7. Karen versus Bus. We've all encountered a Karen or two in our lives, but it's a rare occasion that we're faced with a Karen this far out of control. A ballistic individual was captured on video standing in the middle of an intersection, facing a bus, screaming at the top of her lungs. It's unclear what she's saying and why she's so angry. But what's become clear is that she's chosen to take her rage out on the bus. She targets the front window with her fist, shattering the glass. When she moves to the side door, what she's screaming is finally audible. She's telling someone to get off the bus. But whoever it is she's screaming at does not get off the bus, so she runs across the street, likely in order to escape prosecution for the damage done to public property. No further information could be found on this incident, so it's unknown what preceded the meltdown or followed it, if it was provoked, or why it escalated to this degree. Regardless, it seems like this went from 0 to 100 pretty quickly. Number 6, Witch's Tower. With a name like Witch's Tower, you know this place is bound to brew up some terror. Published by YouTuber Mo Sargi in May of 2011, the adventurer takes on a return trip to the tower. Mo previously visited and experienced paranormal activity here and chose to go back. Mo says that rituals were done up in the tower of this historic building, so that's where he goes. As he's upstairs in the tower with the lights off, something downstairs clatters.
Got one window open, not sure why that's open, but... Oh. What the f is that? Hello?
He turns his camera light back on and asks hello, but is only greeted by more clattering. A much louder and closer bang scares him out of the room and down the stairs where the other crew members have been the whole time.
Hello? Guys? Oh.
The crew returns upstairs and to the tower to investigate. While there, a door closes right at the base of the tower stairs, launching Mo across the room again. Up in the tower, they find pennies piled on a ledge and realize that was the clattering that Mo initially heard dropping from the tower. Sure enough, there are pennies on the staircase below. When they are checking out the small area under the stairs, where a load of bees are piled, another bang is heard in the other room.
The dead bees were... Whoa!
They find nothing but another pile of flies and beetles on a windowsill. Another creepy discovery is an old Motorola phone which Mo finds on the top shelf of a closet. The three then hear something break downstairs.
We can find down here. Omar's in that bedroom over there.
And it turns out to be a broken mirror in the hallway. As Mo looks around the bottom floor for whoever caused the glass to break, he sees something or someone pass by. He tells the others that someone was walking there. After the door to the tower slams shut again, the trio are waiting and listening for something downstairs when the old Motorola starts ringing.
What the phone? Oh my phone is ringing.
They go to pick up the phone from the floor and it appears to be off. They note the strange lines drawn on it, like some sort of symbology, and they throw the phone into a closet and shut the door. Heading back downstairs, they again hear something crash upstairs. When Mo goes to investigate, he finds the phone on the first floor landing. The last bit brings forth a lot of questions. How did this phone arrive here? What do the symbols mean? How is it ringing but not powered on? And most importantly, who is on the other end? Number 5, ready for launch. Most videos of unidentified flying object sightings are out of focus or simply blinking lights. This one is the opposite of that. The video shows a saucer-shaped flying object sitting in an open field near forest and mountains. You can see at least one figure outside the vehicle standing to its left. A close-up shown later in the footage reveals that the creature is the quintessential Martian. Overly large cranium, long thin limbs and all. After the Martian returns inside, a launching sound is heard. As the vehicle's engine revs up, in an instant the saucer shoots straight upward. The suddenness of the launch causes the person holding the camera to drop the shot downward before racing away on foot. What would you do if you encountered this at the edge of the forest? I just know I wouldn't be sticking around to find out. I don't want to go to Mars just yet. Number 4, Randonautica of Horror. Something is watching Sunny and CJ during this Randonautica horror exploration, published in May of 2021. Sunny Deeds writes, "On this adventure, CJ and I traveled back to the haunted Pocomoke Forest for another Randonautica adventure. We never expected this to happen." The "this" that Sunny is speaking of unfurls in the darkness. They tell Randonautica to bring it on and throw it at us. and are sent by the app to near a cemetery. As Sunny and CJ are outside their vehicle, an eagle-eyed commenter catches hidden people watching them. He writes that one is behind the bent branch over the ditch while the other appears to be recording them back with his or her own camera. Later, you can hear someone walking around if you listen closely. Shortly after, something is being smashed in the distance. That something turns out to be CJ's car window.
What the f was that? What was that?
When the pair return to their vehicle, they find the back window obliterated. It's absolutely shattered with no clear sign as to why. There is a sign, however, as to how. A brick sits amidst the broken glass while the pair scream into the wilderness, asking who's out there. Sunny scans around. Briefly, you can see a light flash in the distance.
It's still cracking or something. Oh my God.
Do we have the answer to who as well? Something is definitely out there, but what he wants, only Randonautica knows. Number 3, Argentinian extraterrestrial encounter. Freaklore's Terry Larch called this one of the greatest extraterrestrial photos ever taken. Skeptics think it's CGI. Published in September of 2017 by UFO Mania. The truth is out there. You'll begin to question the truth after seeing this caught on camera in Argentina. They wrote, the Corrientes police in Argentina photographed on September 13th a supposed extraterrestrial being. The Argentine media have published the news. According to online reports, police were called by local teenagers to the park due to strange behavior in the area. The teenagers said they'd seen a weird creature. The police are said to have arrived and approached the figure, who they initially believed was human, but as they came nearer, they saw it appeared extraterrestrial. That's when the police captured this photo by phone camera. The figure then escaped in the Parana River, where it was never to be seen again, at least not by anyone who lived to tell the tale. The being certainly looks fearsome, with its elongated head and limbs, large almond eyes and pointed features, but is it for real? That's for the internet to decide. Number 2, Demolition House of Horror. This Demolition House of Horror has these urban explorers walking on eggshells. Published to YouTube by Urban Ghosts Urban Exploration in May of 2021. Joe and Chris work their way through a pair of houses being torn down for demolition. Joe says they were contacted by the workers who were cleaning the houses out and were told they felt a presence here. And you'll definitely feel it too as you watch the video. Whatever is in these houses is making its presence known through whispers. As the explorers wander into the bathroom, you can hear incoherent whispering. A moment later, a man's voice says yeah, when asked if the spirits in the house will talk to them.
Will you talk to us if there's spirits here?
Later, more whispering is heard.
May you give us some clues.
And later again. Indiscernible what the voice or voices are saying. What is distinctly heard, however, is a growl that happens when Joe is positioning the camera down a staircase. What do you think is hanging around these demolition houses, and what will they do when their homes are destroyed? I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. haunted car. When ghosts need a clean getaway, they simply possess moving objects. Sometimes these objects are motor vehicles, or so this clip would suggest. Published by Truebill in January of 2018, the short video purports to show the paranormal possession of a car parked in a parking garage. This white vehicle rocks side to side. Its doors open and shut, and its alarm starts going off, all while no one is near it. Even the windshield wipers start swiping, while its back door flings open and closed. Soon the car's paranormal activity sets off every car alarm in its row. The car is later seen driving through the garage, apparently without anyone at the wheel. When the security guard sees there's no driver, he races off. Is this a driverless vehicle, or is a ghost taking this car out on a joyride? One is a lot scarier than the other. Prepare yourself. I'm confident these scary videos are about to frighten you senseless.